Hello everybody, my name is Ilya.
And I'm an elf. Just kidding. My name is Tyler, and I am in fact a human.
Oh, together we are kovray, a couple who loves board games.
And Christmas!
Today we'll be telling you 5 games that we're going to bring for the holidays to see our families and
Woo!
hopefully sway them to play some games with us.
Exactly. But first, let's take these glasses off.
It's hard to see in them.
It is very hard to see.
Also in this video we will be doing the giveaway announcement for
Yes.
our week of celebrations. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, check it down below. And we'll do that at the end of the video, so stay tuned if you're eagerly awaiting.
And hopefully you're one of the lucky ones. Alright, let's get into it.
Fantastic. Let's kick it off with Floriferous.
Yay, Floriferous.
This beautiful game just got fulfilled. It's designed by Stephen Eduardo Raff, and the art is done by the lovely Clementine Camperdu.
What can be said for most pencil-first games is they're easy to get to the table, they're relatively straightforward to explain, and they play pretty quick.
Yes.
Which is something that we look for in a lot of the games that we introduce to our family. Because they're not super heavy into gaming, it's very easy to get them interested in games that play quick, easy to learn, and typically have cards.
This one's a set collection, so you'll be working your way from left to right, collecting various flowers, bugs, maybe scoring conditions as well. It's very easy, it's very exciting. Also, the watercolors in this are so beautiful that you just want to play it.
Yeah, and basically you just set up a grid and take turns moving from left to right or right to left, depending on what round it is, and whoever's at the highest, the tallest row gets to go first. And you just play until everybody has 3 rounds. I think 3 rounds, yeah.
Introduces various turn order, some cool mechanics as well that are very can cascade to different games. But this one's for sure one we'll be taking with us when we go visit our families.
Yay!
And then that is Floriferous.
Second, we have The Crew, Mission Deep Sea. I'm sure most of you have heard this before, but we're a big fan of trick-taking games, and specifically when we found out about The Crew Search for Planet X, we had a blast playing it.
One of our favorite games from last year.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the top 10 list.
Yeah.
And this was one of our most anticipated games for this year. And rightfully so. It is so good. There's so much to love about it, and it takes an already great game from the first initial one and makes it even better.
Yes, yeah, there's a lot going for this game. It's got that storyline that you're interested in, and then you work towards completing your goal of whatever your mission might be. You'll have to play the game to find out.
Yeah. The thing that really sells this game for me, and I think the reason our families will like it, is the replayability, and this one is essentially infinite. Because the goals and the tasks here are always different mission to mission. So your experience can look very different. Some of them are very tricky that we've struggled with a lot, but it's a nice challenge to sink your teeth into.
Yeah.
And both our family love card games, so this is going to be a easy sell for them.
Exactly, yeah. This is the warm-up game that will draw them in to play the rest of these.
Or just play The Crew for the whole night.
It's true. Who knows? And before we forget and move on to the next game, The Crew is published by Thames and Cosmos. And it's designed by Thomas Singh.
My hat is falling.
Oh no, your hat.
Now up next we have Kingdomino Origins, designed by Bruno Cathala and published by Blue Orange Games. Now we've actually introduced Kingdomino to my family. Did we do it to yours?
Not to ours, no. Or mine. Not to mine. Our family.
Our family. This one, I think, has a 1 in my heart because it has 3 various game modes that kind of ranges from the very basic Kingdomino with a little bit of spin on it to more similar to Kingdomino, but I think this one's more streamlined. So I think Kingdomino Origins has stolen my favorite Kingdomino slot. I'm gonna say that. And because of that, I think this is a great game to introduce. Also, the theme is fun. You have little mammoths, little fires that jump from volcanoes. It's very fun.
Yeah, I like the, like you said, I like how it goes from like basic to a more complex mode, and you can like choose which one you want to play, or you can play them in consecutive order and make it more difficult as you go on. I think that games like this that do that, where it strictly designs the game to be played in different ways, or like add-ons, is very clever in getting individuals to learn the mechanics, grasp the idea of what's going on in the game, and really like further their strategy, because once it does get more complex, you're combining a bunch of different things and figuring out how they work the best.
And before we move on, the way this game really works is it's a tile placement of dominoes, essentially. And you're trying to make it so your groups of areas have little fire symbols in them and they get multiplied. So you score the most points if you have a lot of spaces all together with little fire emblems.
Yeah, exactly.
My family really loves dominoes, and we played a lot when I was younger, so Kingdomino was an easy sell for them. I'm sure this one will be as well.
I'm actually surprised we haven't introduced this one to my family, because we do play, when we were younger, we played a lot of dominoes, and my dad actually made made like a train whistle that anytime like you got like a certain amount of points, you'd have to grab the whistle from the middle and blow it. And yeah, it was pretty cool.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Okay, Kingdomino Origins.
Now next up is the Goonies Coded Chronicles.
Escape with One-Eyed Willie's Rich Stuff game. That's a mouthful.
That is. This one is designed by Senfun Lim and Jay Cormier, and is published by the Op.
Woo woo!
Now, I loved Scooby-Doo's Coded Chronicles.
Yeah, it was a blast.
It's such a nice, and I think the reason that our families will love this is it's such a nice narrative game that gets everybody involved. And it's so clever because you essentially just match up and look at different locations, and there's these little books that come with it, and it's just a story that you get to tell and remember and build that memory. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, and if it's anything like the Scooby-Doo one, everybody can kind of like take their own little booklet, and then they're like that character, so then they have to work together and communicate what's going on. And I think that's really nice for at least my family, is they'll be able to like do their own thing. My mom is not very a take that type of person, so having a game like this adds some cooperative elements to it. And most of the time it's just reading and critical thinking with this type of game. So yeah.
My parents probably won't know what the Goonies are, as I was not born in Canada. And I barely know what the Goonies are. I have seen the movie, so hopefully I can bring some of that nostalgia back, bring some of those exciting memories, and we can have a nice story to tell.
Yeah, or maybe we can show the movie to your parents as well.
Movie night and game night.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, we have Mind Management.
Wow.
Now, is also designed by Senfun Lim and Jay Cormier, but is published by Off the Page Games.
Yes, exactly. And this one is maybe a surprise to some people on this list, because it is a little bit of a heavier game, but it's a 1v everyone else game. Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, basically, the one person who's playing has to take the role of a recruiter who's recruiting these agents secretly. But the other agents that are everybody else, they don't want this to happen, because I believe they've realized how corrupt this agency really is.
So we're trying to spoil his plans.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what's really neat is it's a hidden movement game. So if Tyler's a recruiter, he'll do various things, and right where he's going on his little board, so he has like a big screen that's hidden, and we're trying to find clues from the board of where he's been, areas that he's visited, and piece it together and catch him.
Yes.
Before the game is over.
Yeah, and basically, if I'm the recruiter, I'm basically a few steps ahead of everybody, and then they get information as we proceed based on whatever they're trying to, whatever clues they kind of throw my way. I have to give them solid information to help them try and track me down. And I think that because it's a cooperative game, that it really fits well with at least my family, and probably your family too. I think that the game I can relate this to is Mysterium.
Okay.
Like, not so much that they're the exact same game, but we introduced Mysterium to my family, and they absolutely loved it. They really liked the idea of how one person had to like give clues and help them towards getting their goal. And although this is slightly different, where you want to win as the recruiter, you still have to give those clues, and people still have to make moves to try and figure out like where you are. And I think because of that, it's a nice little segue from Mysterium that would be a nice transition for my family to go through. And yeah.
I didn't really think of it like that, but I think that's really cool. I'm really glad. Yeah, I think what's really neat, and I'm really excited, is just there's so many cool little things in this game. Even in the box, there's little like codes and little extra scribblings, and you can just get yourself lost in the theme of this game because it's everything they could have possibly added to this game to elevate it. They did. It feels like such an amazing game to hold and really discover, and there's so many little Easter eggs in it that it's just so much fun to play.
And it kind of like reminds me of it's got like James Bond-esque like in the 80s where like this special like pop art almost, and I think that's really cool. So for some folks it might even be a bit nostalgic.
And that's it.
Yay, mind management. So that's the 5 games we've decided to bring to our family. Of course, there probably will be more, but these are games that we've never introduced to our families and that we think we can get away with showing them.
Exactly. Now, our question for the day is, what games do you bring for the holidays? So does your family play games? What games do they enjoy? Or which game would you essentially want to win them over with? That was a lot of questions in one, but you can feel free to answer any of them.
Yeah, exactly. And now, probably for what everybody's been waiting for, let's do the announcement of the winners.
But before that, make sure to hit subscribe, hit that thumb button, and yeah, do the YouTube thing that you always have to do.
Yay for the YouTube algorithm.
But let's do this. Rapid fire. We did a celebration of 1 year. We gave away some games, and here is an announcement for who won those games.
Exactly.
So we'll have a little spinning wheel right here. And we'll go through them one by one.
Yeah, we've done the spin already, so we'll just put them up on the screen, and then we'll contact you if you are a winner. But to keep in mind, you do have 72 hours to get back to us, and if there isn't a communication, we have to move on to the next person who would have won.
These games got to get played.
Exactly.
Okay, let's do this. Ready? Oath. Winner. Next up, we have In Too Deep.
Wow.
Yay! Then we have Machikoro 2.
Yay! Second to last, we have Whirling Witchcraft.
Now last but certainly not least, we have Frosthaven.
Let it go, let it go.
No, that's Frozen.
Oh, oops.
Well, those are the giveaway winners. We'll link them down below. We'll try to contact you if your page is easily contactable. If not, shoot us an email. We'll link it all down in our description and how to contact us. Thank you so much for partaking. We're sure to have many more giveaways ahead.
Well, until next time, this is us wishing you a happy holiday, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.